in LA this week.
The Army, FEMA, toured Dodger Stadium to see how it works, to understand how to put the cones out, how to do the technology, how to make sure that there's not a long wait.
I was born in Jamaica, so I grew up listening to his music. So, and it's all about love and, spreading love.
Going to a local park, visiting a place that has these lovely bird songs can really just be such a welcome break and a way to appreciate the incredible biodiversity we have here in LA.
Hello everyone, I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, also known as FEMA, has teamed up with the Governor's Office of Emergency Services to open a new community vaccination site. The new site is at Cal State LA and will be open 7 days a week with capacity to give 6,000 shots per day. This is the latest effort by state and local officials to try and kick distribution of COVID-19 vaccinations into high gear.
One month ago today, on January 16th, this state reported 11.4% positivity rate. Today, it's down to 3.5%. The Biden administration gets it, and they're getting it done.
Starting today, it's actually happening right behind me. Communities that are among the hardest hit by the pandemic are coming here to Cal State LA for vaccinations. Opening this site has been a massive undertaking involving great national, state, and local partners.
The Army, FEMA, our state partners toured Dodger Stadium to see how it works, to understand how to put the cones out, how to do the technology, how to make sure that there's not a long wait.
Cal State LA and the team that composes it are trusted partners and represent the fabric of the east side of Los Angeles.
My family, both the Mexican and Jewish sides, grew up here in Boyle Heights. This was the gateway to America for them. This was their community.
This is what this site is all about. It's proximate to a community that has been disproportionately impacted by this pandemic.
The Department of Homeland Security has put out notice that we will not conduct immigration enforcement operations at or near vaccine sites and or healthcare facilities.
For folks that are out there, give a neighbor who doesn't have transportation a ride here. There's no better thing you could do. Metro, Los Angeles Department of Transportation, working with private sector partners and Access, are working on making sure there are rides so that people can get here for their vaccines.
Metrolink has a platform right there at Cal State Los Angeles. There's a shuttle that will take you right from the transit station all the way into where the vaccination site is.
Esto va a ayudar bastantísimo a nuestra gente trabajadora latina emigrante, particularmente aquellas personas muy bajos ingresos.
We recognize we have more work to do.
Please continue to be safe. Wear masks, practice social distancing, and get vaccinated. Thank you.
The activation of FEMA is one of many measures being employed on a state level. Later in the program, we will check in on more tireless organizations and individuals who are continuing the fight on the ground here in LA. The Lunar New Year Festival is one of the biggest events celebrated by the Port of Los Angeles. Now in its 7th year, the folks at the port don't see why a global pandemic would be a reason to miss out. So they've gone virtual. Take a look.
Welcome to the Port of Los Angeles 7th Annual Lunar New Year Celebration.
This is actually going to be our 7th annual event, and due to the pandemic, we didn't want it just to go by without celebrating somehow, some way, so we've taken it virtual. On our webpage, you can kind of go into a beautiful mosaic, which kind of features some of our pictures from our past events. There's going to be a Zodiac page, a traditions page, traditional foods. You can look at just a compilation of all the fireworks shows that we've had for the past 6 years. And you can also watch a little cameo video of our host, Cecilia and Augie, and they're actually going to go through each year and show them the highlights of all those years. There's hats and there's lanterns and there's dragon art and there's paper plate ox. There's all kind of fun activities and arts and crafts and things they can do as a family while they're watching the YouTube video. So it's enough to keep everybody busy and also show a little creativity and decorate your home while you're at it. It's just a beautiful time of year to just embrace color and culture and activity and just being human beings. Angelinos can visit our website at lawaterfront.org and just tap on the events page and it'll lead you right to the Lunar New Year. It's a great opportunity for the family to gather and celebrate this wonderful time of year.
Team Cedillo and the Mexican American Opportunity Foundation hit the streets in Council District 1 recently. By bringing meals to homebound residents, they are doing their part to make sure no senior is left behind.
Today we're launching the Senior Meal Program, delivery program with the Department of Aging and also with the Mexican American Opportunity Foundation, which is our main partner on this delivery program.
300 seniors will benefit from this meals program. They will be receiving a meal per day, and this is done every day. We go out and deliver fresh hot meals to our seniors.
Their attitude overall has been they're very thankful. They're like very appreciative that we do this job for them, because some of them have nobody. We may be their only person that they speak to all day.
I need it, you know, a lot of times, certainly during the quarantining, but also there's been times where I've had health issues, and so it really comes in handy.
Bueno, tenemos que llevárselas a domicilio, porque ahorita no pueden salir de sus hogares por la orden de la pandemia.
Este es el inicio de una campaña que se va a hacer durante el resto del año. Se pretende dar 300 comidas de lunes a viernes de todo el año.
This is going to continue on throughout the pandemic, and once the congregate meal sites resume, then seniors will be able to come on site to receive the meals.
Thanks to the COVID-19 vaccines, the pandemic is slowly losing momentum and the numbers of new cases are decreasing. So efforts to get people vaccinated are continuing to ramp up across Los Angeles. Clínica Romero in Lincoln Heights is doing their best to dole out their supply of shots as quickly as possible. And Councilmember Kern Price is pulling out all the stops to bring vaccinations to the South Park community with a 4-day vaccination event. Take a look.
Today is the first day that we're able to immunize our patients against COVID-19. We have received 100 vaccines. We currently have 12,000 patients just at this facility and 1,000 who are over the age of 65, so we need more. Our community here in Boyle Heights and MacArthur Park and Pico Union that we serve is a community of essential workers. We need to intervene and decrease the number of people who are dying from COVID-19 in this community.
We're here to serve. Our mission is to serve the poor, the underserved, the uninsured, and to show compassion, especially these days. It is the community that we serve, the ones that are dying the most.
Yo me siento bien porque creo que es una cosa muy buena para uno, ¿verdad?
Bueno, que si la han dado es porque es efectiva, ¿no? Ya la probaron con muchas personas y hay que prevenir que lamentar después.
With both the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccine, we're really seeing a very low rate of side effects. I mean, the number of people who have the famous anaphylactic reaction is less than 1 in 100,000. So we're just not seeing these adverse reactions that have been reported in the news.
As we continue to get more vaccines, we will continue to provide it.
Well, listen, this is a 4-day blitz that we're going to do, providing vaccinations to people in our community.
Este parque South Park está siendo usado como un sitio para vacunas y pruebas en contra del COVID. Con la ayuda de nuestro concejal local estamos haciendo esto disponible para muchas personas quienes no tienen la oportunidad para viajar o tienen vehículo o no tienen el servicio de internet para buscar citas en línea.
Call our district office. They don't have to call a hotline. They don't have to log onto a computer. We can help them make the appointment. If they need transportation, we can provide transportation to get them here. So there's no excuse for someone that wants the shot.
Yo ya estuve enfermo, ya lo pasé, ahorita estoy negativo ya, gracias a Dios. Y traté de llegar temprano, tan pronto me dieron la cita, tan pronto escuché que iba a haber en este lugar y que Mr. Price estaba prestando para este servicio, dije, ahí voy.
The vaccine is saving a lot of people's lives, just like me. I have to take the vaccine. I have serious underlying health issues. If I don't take the vaccine, I won't be here. I'll die.
I had the shot. It was good. I was glad. I know I'm safe. I feel like I'm gonna live now. No side effect at all.
I feel great, and looking forward to my second shot, which should be coming up this week.
Yo me siento contenta porque ya la voy a recibir y siento que con eso me voy a ayudar mucho. Y espero que toda la gente que esté escuchando esto haga lo mismo para que se cuiden. Sí.
But this is serious. This is real. This is not a joke.
My COVID MD raised tents and spirits with their annual One Love Bob Marley event. Along with the folks from Council Member Marquise Harris-Dawson's office, they brought supplies and the opportunity to pre-register for vaccination to Council District 8.
Today, in honor of Bob Marley's legacy and One Love, we are having our annual My COVID MD pop-up COVID testing. In addition to that, we are pre-registering people for the vaccine because we want to make sure one love, one plan. Everyone has a plan to get access to the vaccine.
Miren, lo que estamos haciendo aquí hoy es traer los recursos que la comunidad necesita. La vacuna del COVID, pero también que se puedan hacer los exámenes aquí. El examen que nosotros hacemos es muy específico porque no solo estamos viendo si usted tiene el virus ahorita, pero si lo ha tenido antes.
Patients will drive through the tent, and at this station they have an opportunity to speak with an actual doctor who is going to be with us on the iPad. And they are going to be handed a speaker, and they can be in the comfort of their own car and speak with a real MD.
Es nomás uno, no es el de la nariz, estamos haciendo el del dedo, mucho más rápido y es en la conformidad de estar en su vehículo. No se tiene que bajar, pero si gusta de venir caminando, tiene esa opción.
It's important for me to be here today because I want to live. I want to live a full life. I don't want to get sick.
The most important thing is the basic. Wearing masks. If you have an N95 mask, wear your mask. If you're, wash your hands constantly. Stay 6 feet social distancing apart. When you can't do that at home, make sure you're also washing your hands even that much more frequently. And watch where your clothes are. A lot of people are being very comfortable just bringing their work clothes into their home. We still want you to change out your work clothes when you get to home to keep it safer for your families.
Lo que está viendo aquí usted es el futuro de cómo estamos manejando las cosas con la pandemia.
CSUN hosts teen dating violence awareness events. Share your vision of the future with the 2021 My LA 2050 Grants Challenge, and the LA Department of Transportation publishes its annual report. These stories and much more up next on City Beat.
Councilmember John Lee and Cal State Northridge's Strength United and the Trauma Recovery Center are inviting you and your teenager to join them for their dating violence prevention and awareness webinars. Starting Monday, February 22nd through Friday, February 26th, each day will feature a 1-hour and 15-minute educational presentation to help you and your teen recognize destructive dating patterns, healthy relationships, and the support services that are available. Each webinar is completely free. To register, visit strengthunited.eventbrite.com or email prevention@strengthunited.org to reserve your spot. Submissions are currently open for the 8th annual MyLA 2050 Grants Challenge. If you think your ideas have what it takes to make LA the #1 place to learn, create, play, and connect, this open call is for you. MyLA 2050 is a community-guided initiative for organizations to present their vision and a game plan of action for LA to reach by the year 2050. 25 organizations will be awarded $100,000 to implement their proposals for the future of LA in each of the 5 goal categories. Submissions are open through April 2nd, 2021, and public vote will determine the winner's final award level. For dates, details, and application guidelines, visit challenge.la2050.org. The Los Angeles Department of Transportation has released their annual report from July 2019 through the 2020 calendar year, highlighting their 4 core values of creativity, integrity, fulfillment, and accountability. The report shines a spotlight on the significant developments and achievements that were made. The 30-page report details the progress by LADOT to further continue their efforts to build livable streets that improve health, environmental, and economic outcomes for all. Check out ladot.lacity.org to learn more about their work on Slow Streets LA, alfresco outdoor dining, and COVID safety programs.
February is the shortest month, but it's never a bad time to brush up on your African American Heritage required reading. Councilmember Mark Ridley Thomas from District 10 shares his top 10 items for reading African American writers.
African American Heritage Month is an expression of the history, the struggles, the contributions of African Americans in this country. I think African American Heritage Month should be taken as an opportunity to learn more about the African American experience. Literature is one of the ways in which African Americans have made a huge contribution to this nation. It's commonly suggested that education is the great equalizer, and to the extent that that is the case, literature is one of the clear venues through which that education, that knowledge, that intellect, that wisdom is communicated. These 10 selections get at that in a variety of ways.
While confined here in the Birmingham City Jail, I came across your recent statement calling my present activities unwise and untimely.
The letter from the Birmingham jail on this list would be the standout. And I would commend it to readers far and wide, irrespective of age, ethnicity, or gender. It is a very moving document, particularly when one comes to grips with the context in which it was written. And so I think it's hard not to embrace it as the must-read on this list.
Injustice must be exposed.
The point is to emphasize literacy. Read, baby, read. It makes a difference in the quality of your life and the altitude of your thinking. We can't express that enough. Our next generation will clearly be better for it.
It's an annual event in Leimert Park that not even a pandemic could derail. The Festival of Culture, Unity, and Love commenced at the Bob Marley Day event. Check this out.
I'm celebrating Bob Marley's birthday today. I'm here today because this is our community and we love to be out here and share our culture and our experience with people who come through who has never been here. So you not only get a black experience, but you get a Caribbean experience, you get an African experience, you get a diverse experience from a lot of the vendors out here. And we show everybody love.
It feels like every day is Black History Month in Leimert Park because there's so many opportunities to connect with your elders, with kin, and just to celebrate that through building community.
I'm here celebrating Bob Marley Day amongst the community.
I was born in Jamaica, so I grew up listening to his music. So, you know, and it's all about love and, you know, spreading love. That means a lot to me.
Today, some architects helped us establish and set up a new shelf for our fridge that includes microwave, a hand sanitizing station, and a whole bunch of other good stuff that'll be really useful for the space.
Yes, we started this fridge in July as we're one of many LA community fridges. We just run the Leimert Park one, and before this we had just a bench with crates that was holding all of our donations.
There's so much art and history and music here. Like it's been here since day one. Like ever since I was a kid and I took lessons here at the Old World stage. It's always been here. Nothing but kind, nothing but joyous, like happy, living life and expression. It's always been art, always been love, and always been peace. So that's what we're trying to keep. You're in a warm, graceful, loving bubble. It's so crazy.
I'd like to tell everybody, come out to Leimert Park on a Saturday and a Sunday. Come and support your local street vendors. Come out because this is all about you and us and keeping our livelihood and opening back for 2021.
For the freshest produce, urbanites in LA still count on farmers markets to bring the best of farm-to-table goods. And the market at Eastmont Community Center is dedicated to bringing fresh produce and nutritional education to East Los Angeles.
So the East Los Angeles Farmers Market is sponsored by Eastmont Community Center, and our main focus is really to bring nutritious products and nutrition education to our community in East Los Angeles. In addition to that, our main focus is to provide vendors who are coming from different regions in California an opportunity to have a safe and reliable place to sell their products, specifically to individuals and communities who normally don't have access to farmers markets such as East Los Angeles.
So I heard that we have a farmers market in East LA, and I was excited to hear that because I usually travel to other cities outside of, our neighborhoods to go to farmers markets. So this is really exciting.
Well, I prefer to get my produce here, even though you might be paying a little bit more, but you're going to get fresher product. It's not something that's been shipped and stored in a warehouse, so I know it's from the farms, and I like that.
One of the goals at the East Los Angeles Farmers Market is to provide incentives and increase the purchasing power of a lot of our low-income residents. What we do is we provide them with a $10 match for $10 that they purchase through using their CalFresh or EBT card. So their $10 purchasing power turns into $20 here at our East LA Farmers Market.
De que compre uno de $10 para arriba en la tarjeta que nos dio el gobierno y le duplican a uno $10 más. Y es una ayuda para la gente que hoy en día estamos viviendo tiempos difíciles.
And it's better to buy here than the stores because they give you extra cash, extra money for buy more things for less money.
A mí me gusta porque la fruta es más sabrosa, tiene muy buen sabor y más que nada tarda mucho para que no se eche a perder la verdura, el huevo, todo está muy mejor y es más saludable.
The East Los Angeles Market is open every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Our vendors are hard at work. They're coming from different regions throughout California. It's an organic and certified market, so you're receiving some of the best quality products here.
In our feature story this week, we talk with Michelle Barton of the Los Angeles Department of Sanitation and Environment about their biodiversity program. She gives us a closer look at how the department is working to keep the foliage and fauna of Los Angeles ecologically eclectic.
In 2017, LA Sanitation started the city's first biodiversity program, and our program is really working to increase equity and access to nature, and also really work towards measuring progress on the city's no net loss of biodiversity goal. So we're looking to make sure that we don't lose any species as we look ahead and plan for the future. If you have a diverse array of flora and fauna and ecosystems, it means that you have the basic elements of habitat needed for them to survive and thrive. And without these foundational species, we don't have the level of enjoyment of our city. We don't have the ecosystem services that these flora and fauna and ecosystems provide. It's really important that we carve out spaces across the city for wildlife and native plants.
I clean my bird bath and I refill the bird feeders. I do not use any pesticides, or I wouldn't use any herbicides or anything, so it's an organic garden. To be able to do something positive is something that feels really good.
Things people can do in their home gardens that are really important to native wildlife and biodiversity are make sure that you are using plants that don't have high water requirements, that avoid the use of chemical fertilizers and other harsh chemicals that are going to harm some of the wildlife that are sensitive to such things. Remove invasive and non-native species. Native plants really do provide the best habitat for native animals, and so making sure that we are doing our part to avoid use of noxious, invasive species will truly improve habitat for them. Especially as we find ourselves at home right now due to the pandemic, I think going outside for a walk, going to a local park, visiting a place that has these lovely bird songs and pollinators or small mammals scurrying around can really just be such a welcome break and a way to appreciate the incredible biodiversity we have here in LA.
There actually is a need to take action to preserve what we have so that we can keep enjoying it for future generations.
Teens are invited to a songwriting seminar. Learn about pop music and dance in the early 20th century, or check out the UCLA Asian American Film Festival online. All this up next on Virtual Things to Do.
The Los Angeles Public Library invites teens to take up the guitar and try songwriting. Students are welcome to take part in a 1-hour program where you can learn the basics of guitar playing. For those who don't have a guitar, you are invited to stick around for an introduction to songwriting. This online program is brought to you by the Central Library of Los Angeles at 4 p.m. Thursday, February 25th. For more information on how to participate, send an email to teens@lapl.org. The Los Angeles City Historical Society is happy to announce the latest edition of their ongoing webinar series, A Talk With. On Wednesday, February 24th, the Society will present a talk with Allison Rose Jefferson, Black Migrations to Los Angeles and the Development of the Popular Music and Dance Scene in the Early 20th Century. She will explore the development of this scene in the Central Avenue community when it was the hub of African American life during the Jim Crow era and much more. So be sure to check out A Talk with Allison Rose Jefferson, happening February 24th beginning at 12 noon. For more information, visit lacityhistory.org/events. Join fellow SoCal cinephiles for the UCLA Asian American Studies Center 2021 Film Festival. The UCLA Asian American Studies Center, along with the UCLA Film and Television Archive, come together for a celebration of Asian American filmmaking with this virtual film festival. The festival will feature powerful imagery and poignant commentary about meaningful issues facing Asian American and Pacific Islander communities. Filmmakers, scholars, and artists share their experiences with a vast online community. So don't wait. Check out the UCLA Asian American Studies Center 2021 Film Festival, happening the weekend of February 19th and February 26th. For more information, visit aasc.ucla.edu/filmfest/2021. And that's a look at some virtual things to do.
That's it for this edition. I'm Natalia Bilbao. From all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org, and we're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.